Welcome back to Born of Unsilenced Voices on February 28th, 2026. This is a space for truth spoken without fear, without apology, and without permission. This is not entertainment. This is testimony. I hope everyone has been enjoying their week and doing something enjoyable and not naughty. Take a moment to like, subscribe, because I want to hear the real you. With that said, let's step into the truth. Today is going to be a little heavy one. Now, take a walk back in time with me. Many of you will recognize pieces of this journey. Some of you have lived it, and some of you have watched someone else survive it. And if this isn't your path, that's okay. Respectfully sit this one out. In 2021, everything hit at once. There were no soft landings. Life doesn't ask, is it a good time? When lessons come, they come. And I once said, when the divine calls, sometimes it may tap you on the shoulder, and sometimes it may kick the whole damn door in. Jehovah didn't just kick mine in. The hinges were removed. I had been praying for a way to get out of a marriage I never wanted to be in. But I didn't ask for it like this. When they say, be careful what you pray for, believe it. My wig was blown clear off. If you've ever been one of Jehovah's Witnesses, or you may have been raised in that environment, then you can understand how young marriages become normalized. You may marry because your friends are wanting to get married, or your family is pressuring you into it. Or maybe that's something that you just want to do. Let us talk about those three for a minute. Marrying because your friends are getting married. There is an upside to that, and there is a downside. You could really be in love, or your hormones are screaming, and there's also a fear of sinning. But the question you need to ask is, do I really know myself? There is no we without knowing me. If you do not know who you are alone, marriage won't magically create clarity. It will create confusion. Marrying because your family is pushing you into it. Again, upside and a downside. Maybe it aligns with your heart, and maybe it doesn't. But if fear of disappointing family is driving your decision, you've already surrendered your backbone. Money will not compensate regret. Tradition will not comfort you at 3 a.m. If they want to force your hand so badly, tell them to marry and sleep with that person instead of you. Your life matters. Your peace matters. Your heart matters. Now, if you can't tell, that's the one that resonates with me. I never wanted to get married, not even the first time. I need solitude. I need space. I need to miss you. Too much energy pulls at me. It suffocates me. That That's not cruelty, that's self-awareness. Cruelty is acting like I really want you. I was single for about 8 or 9 years before the second time, and I was happy. There was no adult child in man form asking me child-sized questions. Yes, my children were around me, and yes, they got on my nerves, but that's different. That's love. My family, though, over time, being around them felt like suffocation. Controlled disguised as concern. Direction disguised as love. Regret projected onto my life because they didn't get to live their own. My second husband was abusive in every sense of the word. At times, his behavior reminded me of my father, a child in a man's body. When you tell someone to their face and in writing that you don't want them, you would think that would be enough. But not everyone respects boundaries or the word no. Some use fear, some use money, and some make backroom deals just to get what they want. But none of that can manufacture love. Love can't be forced. Love can't be bought. And it will never be beaten into me. I will always walk away. In 2021, he gave me a concussion. I was never going to stay. I lost my apartment because of his lies. And while all that was going on, I still had to be a mother to my children. But I was acting like nothing was wrong with me. If you've ever had a concussion, you know that cognitive function doesn't just bounce back. I forgot directions. Words wouldn't come. Dates disappeared. Even my daughter's birth date, it just wouldn't flow fast enough. My youngest daughter got frustrated with me because I couldn't think quick enough. I wasn't slow. I was injured. I hid my suffering from my children and from myself. The headaches were relentless. My mind was in a fog at times. My spirit was screaming for patience I wasn't giving myself. When you're used to being strong for everyone else, life will eventually demand that you be honest about your breaking point. At the same time, I was going through a chaotic divorce. I was disfellowshipped by elders who had evidence of my ex-husband's abuse and chose to protect him anyway. Boys' clubs don't dissolve inside of religions. I sometimes wondered, if I were a white woman, would he have been disfellowshipped too? Would the consequences have been heavier? Around the same time, I stopped talking to my family. That door was past its expiration date. How do you ask for help from people who paid the man to hurt you? A mother who laughed and said, "I hope he's beating your butt. Good for you." Help from my past was a stranger I couldn't afford shaking hands with. Silence became my protection. Yes, I was in therapy. She was the first person I truly opened up to. Some things I didn't share until I had already survived it. I don't need pity. I need solutions. I need calm. My therapist cried at something I told her. Even that felt like energy I didn't have space to carry at that time. I thought about returning to the Kingdom Hall, but every time I called in to listen to the meeting, irritation grew in my chest. Not because I was disfellowshipped. Ever since we moved back to Wisconsin in 2014, something felt off. If you don't have status, you're invisible. Prejudice floats through the air like perfume. People smiled in my face and had the nerve to ask my children the most degrading questions. People who can look at us as if we weren't created by the same God, or declined to work with us in field service. People who knew exactly what my ex-husband had done. But you call that love, unity. You call that friendship. Friendship to who? Accountability is looked at as optional if you have the right friends. I can't live like that. I can't stomach fakeness, especially inside a building that carries Jehovah's name while practicing division. God is not confined to a building. Jehovah is not owned by an organization. He is not limited to men in suits. He's free. And his protection is not restricted to those who sit in approved seats.